An 80-year-old man walked into his local establishment and sat down to enjoy his evening. This particular man was somewhat of a legend in town and everyone knew him. You see, he had just married a 21-year-old woman who by all accounts was the most beautiful woman in town. All the men gathered around and bought round after round trying to convince the old guy to tell the story of their wedding night. Finally, after a few libations, he started the story. "Okay, fine, I'll tell you the story. After the wedding we went home, and my new bride made her way upstairs to the room. One of my sons picked me up and carried me up the stairs and put me into bed. Then in the morning my 3 other sons came upstairs and got me out of bed and carried me back downstairs for breakfast. The guys sitting around him scratched their heads. 'Hey mister,' said one. 'How come it took 1 son to carry you to bed and 3 sons to get you out of bed?' 'Well, I tried to fight him off, but 3 against 1, that ain't fair at all.' An old half-blind lady by the name of Josephine was turning 91 years old and decided to throw a birthday party together with her 3 dedicated sons. After her husband died, her sons were all she had. Ever since they were small, all 3 of the sons were real mama's boys, and they would always try to outdo each other when it came to giving birthday presents to their mother. This year, they had decided that they would all do their best to win their mother's favor. The first son bought a grand mansion for her, thinking that this was the best possible gift for an old lady. The second son bought a luxurious white Mercedes with an accompanying personal driver for her, thinking that this would definitely make him his mother's favorite. The third son had to think of something that would beat the other brothers' gifts, so he bought a rare parrot that he trained to recite the whole Bible by heart. You could ask him for any verse from the Holy Book and he would recite it word for word. The third son was quite pleased with his own gift. After the party, Josephine called her sons. To the first one she said, "My dear son, the mansion is lovely, but it's just way too big for me. I just need 1 room, and there's way too much space here for me to clean. I don't need the house, but thank you all the same." Then she called the second son. "My dear son, the car is quite nice, but I can't drive by myself due to my bad eyesight, and I don't like the personal driver, so please be a dear and return the car." Finally, she called the third son. "My dear son, I would like to thank you for your most considerate gift. The chicken was delicious." 2 blondes were exiting a restaurant when they discovered, to their horror, that they locked their keys in their car. The one blonde says to the other, "What do we do? Do we get a coat hanger and pick the lock?" The other one replied, "No, people will think we're trying to break in." The other one said, "Well, do we get a knife and cut the rubber and pop the lock?" The other one answered, "No, people will think we're too stupid to use the coat hanger." The other one said, "Well, we better think of something quick, because it's starting to rain and the sunroof is open." If you laughed, please like the video, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel.